actors aren't out yet. Not
Okay.
yet. Should be out 20 movies.
Can you guys hear me? Hopefully you can hear this. All right, so what you're hearing right now is your sound check. We got Tommy from Temple Terrace. Get in that mic there.
I'm here.
I see you, man. You guys ready?
We're ready.
You guys ready to do this? We're live from What the Buck Tailgate, giving you a little sound check here with the new computer. Thank God we're up and running again. Yes, high five.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
I wonder if Todd Bowles is excited. I think he is, because it is a do or die game today. Win or go home. That's it, right, Tom Brady? Yes.
Yep.
All right. We'll give this a minute and 20, and then we will start off with your phone calls. As always, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. Don't worry, the intro will be over soon. Share, like, and follow. Friend me on Facebook at Peter H. Blake, or like and subscribe to the Sports Web on YouTube. Here we go, baby. Happy Sunday. Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another edition of the Evolution of Sports Talk Television here live from What the Bucs Tailgate. It's the Sports Web. I'm your host, Peter Blake, giving you something to think about. And how do we start off this show? As you know them, you love them, you got to have them. So here we go on a Sunday morning. Bring your passion, bring your excitement. Just don't bring any nonsense. Tommy from Temple Terrace, welcome to the Evolution of Sports Talk Television. A big game today.
Yes, sir.
Must-win game.
Yep.
Win, and you win the NFC South, fourth straight NFC South, fourth consecutive NFC South title by beating the Saints, of course, because the Washington Commanders took care of business last week over the Atlanta Falcons. So I got to start it off as this lady over here is picking up money. This is not real money, guys. The Penthouse women were throwing money on me. And then on top of it, we actually had code enforcement come out here about an hour and a half ago. I kid you not. So we had to take our time, if you will, to set this masterpiece up, or I don't know what other word to call it at this point. How do you feel about this game, Bucs versus the Saints? Welcome to the Evolution.
I'm feeling pretty good because I think we know the stakes. If you get up on New Orleans early, like start fast because they're ready to go home.
Yeah.
I think the key is we need to start fast. Don't let them hang around.
Well, I was going to say masterpiece, or the other word, massacre, which it could have been last week, and it was a massacre by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, winning 48-14, completely dominating fashion. 60 minutes of football. Mike Evans said it this week. They came out pissed off. They were pissed off. They lost to the Dallas Cowboys. You could see that on both sides of the ball, all three phases of the ball, offense, defense, and special teams, especially with the Duck. So, Ducky Irving, you're a big-time fan of that Duck, or what? Was that an omen?
I think so, man. I think it's going to carry us to our fourth straight division title.
All right. So give me a player of the game here, Tommy.
Ooh.
And give me because by the way, Mike Evans only needs 85 yards to eclipse 1,000 yards receiving once again. So that would be his 11th consecutive, tying Jerry Rice, and then or is it 10 or 11? It's 11. Yeah, it'll be 11. Yeah. So 11 consecutive seasons there, eclipsing it. So in your opinion, how do you feel about this Tampa Bay Buccaneers team today? Who is the player of the game, and what's your score prediction?
I'm going Mike Evans.
Okay.
No Marshawn Lattimore anymore.
Okay.
I have to deal with him.
I like it. I
I'm
like
going
it.
Mike Evans.
All right, so Mike Evans to have a big day. I definitely think this Bucs offense, as I said last week, early and often, that's exactly what you have to do with Mike Evans, getting him involved. And Bucky Irving has been tremendous. Give me some thoughts here. Some other thoughts. How was your new year? What's your New Year's resolution?
Win the NFC South.
That's it.
Yep.
Bucs make the playoffs, win the NFC South.
Yep.
That's good for you.
Yep.
All right, with that being said, there we go. Let me go ahead and where is my Ric Flair at? There it is. There it is right there as we changed everything around. Tommy, I appreciate the time as always.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
Peter.
Don't be a stranger. We'll see you on the post-game edition.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right. So we got comments today. We got phone calls. 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391 as we get you ready for Bucs versus the Saints. I missed you guys. Didn't get an opportunity to really talk to you about that Carolina win. Again, 48-14 in dominating fashion. Again, that Tampa Bay Buccaneer team in all phases of the game, offense, defense, and special teams, especially with special teams and everything else, especially the duck on the field. Tell you what, let's go out to the comments here because I want to read some of these. Well, with that being said, let's go out to the phone lines instead. Let's go out to Mr. Alex Nunster. Long time no hear, my friend. Welcome to the Evolution. And I can't hear you. Hello, Alex. Okay, I don't know what's going on here. Hold on a sec. Stand by. Alex, are you there? All right, let's try this again. And I got nothing. So I don't know what's going on. I had something and now I don't have anything. All right. All right. So we don't have any phone calls right now. I don't know. We'll continue to try here as I'm I'm a staff of one. So let's go back out to the text messages. Good afternoon, guys. What's going on, Tim? How you doing? Welcome to the evolution of Sports Talk Television. Of course, Christopher Cole. Let's try this again. Alex, are you there? Okay. I don't know what's going on. So we'll try to get phone calls up and running here. I'm going to try my best to keep just read these comments and then we'll see what we can do. What's up, Spider? What's going on? Roger Shoe right there. Where is your... Oh, there he is. Let's go out to Cam Decker. Bucs are going to lose this one. Sorry, Pete. I don't think so. Cam Decker. Bucs about to get cooked by a crappy team again like Dallas. Nah, I don't think so. Not at home. Not against Spencer Rattler. I'm sorry. No, that's a crappy take on you. Falcons may lose, though, so Bucs lose, Falcons lose, keep Bucs alive. That's absolutely the way that the Bucs can get in at this point. Of course, it's a must win. You have to win. You win in the division. But if you happen to lose, which, look, the Bucs have had those opportunities where they've had problems with the Saints in the past, if you will. Then the Falcons would, if they win the NFC South. The Commanders would have to lose for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to get in. Let me go out to Cam. Peter can take over Whitehead's role for the game. That was the big time story as he is out of the game here. We got code enforcement. Okay, well, I'm doing a live show right now, so okay, we're off the right of way at this point, I believe. So that is a true story. We actually code enforcement. Code enforcement has come over here and has told me to get off the right of way. I don't think I'm on the right of way at this point. So go play his position. Again, Whitehead is out of this game. Car accident. It's not serious, but serious enough that he's not going to play in this game. Cheryl Stewart, can you help me out here? I just had code enforcement. Come on here. Come over here, right here. Come on and sit down. Sit down and tell me tell people what's happening because we're actually. Well, I've got the penthouse throwing money on me here.
Sponsorship is not at What the Buck.
It is not at the What the Buck, but they decided to throw paper money on me. But I told people this, and they thought I was joking. Code enforcement actually came out here. What's going on with code enforcement today?
I don't know, but they're not wanting anything from the sidewalk to the road, which it's pretty active and busy during game day.
Right.
And they don't want it today.
Right.
They made us move our balloons. Which, by the way, we're not on the sidewalk, but they wanted them further back. I don't know what's going on, but they're really cleaning up the sidewalk.
Are they Saints fans by chance?
I don't know. He does have a gold and black.
He does. He's wearing those colors. I think somebody's playing a prank on us at this point.
Listen, it wouldn't be. Listen, we've had some pranks pulled on us too here at What the Ball.
I'm telling you, and it's a great day right now. Beautiful weather.
They would pay for a day like this up north right now, wouldn't they?
They would, absolutely. This is the reason why we all live in Florida at this point. Brian Ford was here this morning. Talk about why he was here, what's going on with, once again, What the Buck, your great tailgate. I love to be a part of this on the evolution of Sports Talk Television.
Well, yeah, Brian is a frequent visitor.
Yes, he is.
But today, he specifically wanted to remind us all to vote for Matt for Fan of the Year.
Okay.
And to let us all know that he is honoring, the Bucs are honoring Matt today as their Fan of the Year on the ship. I think they're going to come and get him right before halftime, I believe.
Okay.
And just to think, it's like Brian's been a frequent visitor here this year.
Yeah, and I got Scott Bradford in the background. They're bringing me some food, so I'm getting ready to I'm gonna probably eat afterwards. I'll probably show the food during the broadcast, but because my co-host is sick right now, Tampa Bay Ray, I actually have to host and try to get this phone line up and running because we have no phone calls right now. I don't know what's going on, but new setup, everything like that. I love, again, what you guys are doing here. And you said it best last week. Let's go back to that game last week, 48-14, this Bucs team in dominating fashion. I mean, give me your thoughts. And you got the duck. That was the omen, right?
So let me say this. They scored on the opening drive, and they didn't take their foot off the gas
Yes.
the entire game. And I loved that part of it.
Right.
And I think that we definitely need to do that today. I think our defensive line is going to have to be in the face of their whoever's playing quarterback today.
Right.
They're really going to have to help us out.
Well, it's Spencer Rattler today. It's not Derek Carr. And Derek Carr has been basically a broken down car, if you will, for that Saints offense, for that Saints team.
Bucs stand,
yes.
49 years. So
yes.
Those usually scare me, but I definitely believe that we have to do the same exact thing as we did last week. We need to go down the field. We need to score and score every time we have our hands on the ball. And I think it might be the case today. I think our offense is going to carry our defense. I think that we're going to have to score often and hopefully they can't outscore us and not let the ball get to the secondary. Our defensive line just needs to just get in their face.
Get pressure.
Yes. Pressure all day long.
Absolutely. Get pressure there. Thank you very much for the money. Once again, somebody thinking that is real money. I had this Asian lady came by. She's like, is this your money? And she started picking up. She ran the other way. She thought it was real money. It was the funniest thing. You got a duck here. You got a duck right in the background there. That's what you got here at What the Buck Tailgate. It's the Sports Web. I'm your host, Peter Blake, along with Cheryl Stewart, just honored by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Yes. Yes, absolutely. Great stuff as always. Well, listen, you've been doing this for so many years. You're great at this. You put together this organization to do all this stuff for charity in the Bay Area. It's just phenomenal. People need to take notice of it, and that's the reason why I'm glad to be a part of it once again. I can't say enough. Give me a player of the game, Cheryl Stewart, here live at What the Buck Tailgate. Okay? Baker Mayfield.
And I say Baker because, one, he touches the ball every single time, and the thing that he has been absolutely positively magnificent at is spreading the ball around.
Absolutely.
He doesn't have a Gronk. He doesn't have, like he said, it's like cheating when he gets, Evans in single coverage.
Yes.
He spreads it around. He doesn't have a security blanket.
Devin Culp last week. Culpability himself, Mr. Devin Culp, a rookie, 3 catches, getting involved in the game. K-Dot, we saw him. Payne Durham, we've seen him. You're exactly right. With Chris Godwin, you would think this offense would struggle, but it's exactly the opposite. What do you think about some of the Bucs fan base wanting to fire Todd Bowles and replace him with Liam Cohen? Where do you stand on that whole situation? Because I understand it. Liam Cohen with the dynamic offense, Todd Bowles in some clock management situations, but I think he's done a hell of a job with all the injuries, the multitude, Leo word, of injuries on both sides of the ball. What do you think about the Todd Bowles slander, if you will?
My father is the greatest Buccaneer fan of all time.
Really?
Absolutely.
Love him. I need to have him on the show.
I said, "You want to fire Bowles?" No. And I said, if it means losing
Liam Cohen. Yes.
what would you do? And he can't answer me. And my father is an openly Todd Bowles fan.
Right.
Thought that he got a horrible shake in New York.
Right.
Just thought that he's the finest man. And I do believe that Todd Bowles is a fine man. I'm not ready to lose Cohen.
I'm not ready to lose Cohen either, but I'm definitely not ready to lose Todd Bowles because I think this defense can definitely improve. And we've seen this story before. I get it. You know, Dirk Cutter, Lovie Smith, the comparison there. But I'm not ready to go and move on with coaches. And I honestly think, you know, with Cohen, and thank you very much for honking at us. We appreciate that here on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television, live from What the Buck. You know, for me, what he does for this offense has been dynamic. This may be the best offense they've had since 2020. And then on top of it, people just assume, well, he wants a coaching job. Right. I get that. But he may not want to leave this situation. It may be a Ben Johnson situation where Johnson stayed with that team for one more year and you pick and choose the best opportunity. And you know the Glazers and Jason Light have a problem. Right.
Monty didn't want to be anything
but a coordinator.
Right. And he made his money. He was outpaid by 2 or 3 head coaches.
Sure.
And he wanted to remain that. Like, I know that's not this. I'm sure that he has aspirations to be a head coach.
Yes.
He's all but come right out and said so, correct?
Absolutely. Yes.
There's a couple quotes out this week, so I'd love to have him another year.
Absolutely.
I think Mayfield would too.
Absolutely would. So Baker Mayfield, the player of the game, 5 touchdowns last week. How many touchdowns this week?
4.
4? All right. I like it. 4 touchdowns right there. And there you go. Mike Evans, does he get his 1,000 today?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. All right. Cheryl Stewart, thanks a lot for your time. As always, appreciate you.
Go Bucs.
Yes, go Bucs right there. She has the right idea. Hopefully we can get the phone lines up and running here. Let's see if we got them up. We do have some other guests here. Let's see if we can call him back. See if this will work. And it's not working for some reason. I don't know what's going on here. So we'll just read these comments and we'll see if we can get this phone line up and running here. We'll continue to change things around just a little bit and go from there. The phone lines are open. So let's see here if this will work. All right. Alex, are you there? Alex, are you there? Okay. Okay, I don't know what's going on here. Stand by. Just be patient with me, Bucs fans. Alex, are you there? All right, let's try this again. This has got to work. Yeah, I know you're literally talking. I can't hear you. I don't know what's going on. Okay, so we're going to have to fix that eventually. I don't know how we're going to fix it, but we're going to fix it. Let's see here. Go Bucs. Absolutely. Go Bucs. Go Bucs. Well, that's not it. Go Bucs. There we go. Thank you very much. Let's go out to Christopher Cole here. Let's hope it's not the last one. Agree with you on that. Sandra Nagel watching the best sports talk show in the Tampa Bay area, the Sports Web with JP. And yes, we'll be in collaboration with the JP Peterson Show. We are live on his Twitter account today for the next probably 30 minutes. So we'll see if we can get some phone calls. If not, we'll just read these comments as we are live here from What the Buck Tailgate. I'm your host, Peter Blake, your Rolex reporter right there. Right there. You can see it. As again, we've had code enforcement come out here and say, you need to move over this way. I don't know where I'm going to go at this point. So we're going to stay here until they come back, I guess. Let's go, Bucs. Let's go, Sports Web. I love that. Let's see. Where is the other one at? There we go. Fire the cannons right there, and here we go. All right, let's go out to Cam Decker. Gronk smashed that foam, Pete. Nope, not doing that. Beautiful day for a football game. Absolutely, it is. Let's see. This is like annoying at this point. Alex, are you there? Alex, are you there? Nope. So I don't know what's going on with the phone calls. We had phone calls at this point. Your phone said F is the word of the day. It absolutely did. Darlene the Green Queen, good luck today. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Let's go out to sitting here. Go Bucs, go Bucs. Go Bucs. Go Bucs. All right, let's go back out to sitting here. What's up, Peter Blake? What's going on with you, boss? We the Thunder, damn the man, saved the sports web. Absolutely, we did. We saved the sports web here because we got a laptop, saved it for the rain. The next time it does rain, we're not doing that anymore. No more rain broadcast here on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television. Oh no, the government is taking over the sports web. What's worse, Peter's code enforcement or salmon shirt, blue cheese face guy? I would have to say, with that being said, I would have to say that guy that was at Ferg's there. Yeah. Even code enforcement is not that bad. I'm surprised by that today, but that's why it took a little bit longer than usual at this point to come on and do what we do here on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television. We will let the Saints borrow Kyle Trask for this one. Let's go out to Christopher Cole. Don't hear the sound effects. Don't hear these sound effects. Uh-oh. Just put Todd Bowles back as the defensive coordinator, make the offensive coordinator the head coach. Boom, problem solved. Liam Cohen to the Bears. We'll see if that happens. Hey, Cheryl Stewart, absolutely. She was on with us. Demand keep Coach Bowles. Many good coordinators would love to come here. That's the thing with Todd Bowles. He's chosen two good coordinators so far. Dave Canales, I thought it was pretty good. Liam Cohen has been tremendous. Absolutely. The phone lines are down at this point. No sound effects, Pete. Don't know what's going on. We'll figure this out. New computer. Yeah. So no sound effects. Score is 31-7. Mike Evans. Mike gets 1,000 yards. Let's see here. Audio. I got all my audio good. Everything should be good at this point. I don't know why we don't have any sound effects. Okay. See, again. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. My computer doing weird things as always because it's new. Let's see here. Tim scores 31-7. Mike Evans. Mike gets 1,000 yards at this point. You need salmon shirts needed to come and distract code enforcement. That's actually a really good comment. Let's go out to David Jackson. What's your score prediction? I give that at the end. I'm not going to give that right now. What is your score prediction? Who do you think is going to be the player of the game at this point? It's a good practice stream for the post-game show. You'll get it sorted out by then, hopefully. You fix the sound effects. You fix the phone calls. I don't think they have anything to do with each other at this point. I really don't. But yeah, I know. No sound effects. I know. I get it. I absolutely get it at this point. I hate to say it. I'm scared of this game. That terrorist attack may fire up the Saints. I mean, that was a sad story. The beginning of the week there with the terrorist attack in New Orleans. It just you never know what it does, and we've seen this team be galvanized before by a terrible situation, a catastrophic situation, if that's the correct word at this point, with Hurricane Katrina and how it motivated this team. So let's go ahead and take a look at this, what I'm going to be chomping on here in just a little bit. Look at that right there. Let me get that off the screen. Boom. Right there. Look at that. Wicked Oak Barbecue right there. I'll be chowing down on that after I set or after I disassemble all this equipment at this point. So stand by. All right. Yeah. So, little greens there. Like I said, I can't eat while I'm doing my show. So that's how it goes. All right. Let's go out to you, Norm, right? So, again, Spencer Rattler, Alvin Kamara, they do have some weapons on this team, if you will. But, you know, for me, I think it's a winnable game. It's certainly a winnable game at this point with the Saints and their record coming in versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who have everything to play for at this point. And I think it comes down to what? It comes down to, playing a full 60 minutes of football. The Saints are 5-11. The Bucs are 9-7. They have an opportunity here to get 10 victories. Mike Evans has an opportunity to get that 1,000 yards of receiving, which is what you want to see. And this team has an opportunity to, of course, win 4 consecutive NFC South titles. So there you go. And if you can't get up for that, and if you come out flat for that, and you may be able to get away with that against a Saints team, which once again is beaten up. But we all know these rival games, they play tough. They absolutely play you tough. And we'll see what Spencer Rattler can do today. I know there's a lot of fans that are concerned about backup quarterbacks and their history against the Todd Bowles defense. Can this defense step up? Did a good job last week. First half, gave up some plays to Adam Thielen. A lot of people, disappointed. Jordan Whitehead not in this game. The back end has been beaten up. Jamel Dean looks like he's not going to play in this game. Not going to play in this game. Doesn't look like he's not going to play in this game. And Antoine Winfield is not going to play in this game. So, once again, this defense, players have to step up. Next man up mentality. Tyke Smith has to step up for this team. Ryan Neal, I know a lot of Bucs fans' nightmares with him being elevated from the practice squad to the active roster. He may see some time today. Definitely will see some time today. So, again, this Bucs defense really beaten up, especially in that back end, and we'll see what they can do. Hey, Peter, get Mike 1K quick and then sit him, says Mike D. Roche. They may do that. But again, I'm on the thing of you play your guys out, and the best way is, and I get it, you want to limit injury with Mike Evans because he's so important to this team overall. We saw Chris Godwin go out earlier, and we saw the impact of it. With that being said, I don't think you can't afford to lose this game. If you get up early and you're comfortable at this point, as a B has come by. So we've not only had women throwing money on me, paper money. We've had code enforcement, and now I nearly got stung by a bee. So yeah, it's been a heck of a day. But if you get up early, you get up comfortably, then maybe you sit Evans down, maybe you sit the rest of your offense down because you don't want to have that injury situation creep up again, which is, yeah, it's been tough. It's been tough to be a Bucs fan this year. It's been tough to watch this team because of the injuries have hurt this team. But once again, Todd Bowles and the masterful job that he's been able to do with all the injuries on both sides of the ball still have this team in contention for 4 straight NFC titles. 42 to 10 Bucs. David Jackson, thank you very much for that. Appreciate it. Good stuff there. Let's go out to Aunt Tammy Freed. I can hear you loud and clear. Thank you very much, Aunt Tammy. Appreciate that. There we go. You can't hear the sound effects, so I don't know why I continue to do it. Peter, you don't look like you don't eat enough barbecue. Well, I eat a lot, but you stay in the gym, you eat right, you got a fast metabolism still at 46, so you're able to take care of yourself. So I try to eat right, but on that Sunday, especially on the weekends, I try to definitely cheat a little bit there, and that Wicked Oak barbecue looks really, really freaking good at this point. All right, now Roger Kingsbury to the Bears. Cliff Kingsbury, I think you're talking about there. Christopher Cole. Ralph Williams says, Bucs 20 to 10 over the Saints. Good morning, LFG. LFG, let's go. As we don't have any sound effects at this point, which I don't know why we don't. 24 to 10. Bucs win 21 to nothing in the first half. 3-10 in the second half. Todd will rest some starters. Second half, we shall see. Let's go on to Roger Shue, Ben Johnson, or Mike McCarthy I don't think Mike McCarthy loses his job with the Dallas Cowboys. As crazy as that sounds, the players have played hard for him. I know they got a lot of things going on in Dallas, but, where are the coaching candidates for the Cowboys? Who does Jerry Jones want and company? I think they may keep Mike McCarthy. Ben Johnson, maybe that's a situation where he goes to the Chicago Bears and works with a young quarterback and a Caleb Williams at this point. So let's go out to I'm right here. I just don't have confidence in our defense. Yeah, it's tough to have confidence in this defense because they've been so inconsistent, but give them credit to where credit is due. Did they allow any points last week at all? No, I don't think they did. They allowed no points last week. So no Carr, no Kamara, no place. New Orleans has nobody left really but D-League guys. Did I say Kamara? Because I can't believe I said Kamara. I don't think Kamara's on this team. It doesn't seem like he's on this team at this point. Bucs will put up another 50 on the Saints today. Like it, Johnny Dean. Long lost brother right there. Bucs brother, haven't heard from you in a little bit here. Let me go out to some of the Bucs inactives and let's see who's playing and who is not as we try to take some phone calls at this point. Let's go out to those. Let's see. So, of course, Jamel Dean is out. That could be a major loss there. We know how this defense suffered with playing guys in those key positions. So who is going to step up at this point for this Tampa Bay Buccaneer team? Of course, Antoine Winfield Jr., his season continues. Cade Otton out of this game. Cameron Johnson, Royce Newman, C.J. Brewer, and Jose Ramirez for the Saints. Derek Carr, Kendry Miller, running back, Alvin Kamara out of this game. I mean, that's a good thing. Like, if you start off, Alvin Kamara has been a Bucs killer in his history here. So him not playing is awesome. Willie Gay Jr., Mason Tipton, Christian Boyd, and Pete Warner, all inactive at this point. Let's go out to I'm right. Saints always play as hard when they play here. And let's go out. No points last week. They played the Panthers last week. Yes, they did. 48-14 in that second half. You gave up nothing. You got a block punt. I get it. You don't have as many interceptions as you would like. I think it's like 7 interceptions for the year. So you definitely got to improve that situation. Let's go out to Cansey. Cansey, 5 sacks today. We shall see. So let's continue to see if we got phone calls at this point. I still got no phone calls. So let's go ahead and switch it up. We'll try this time. There we go. Got nothing there on that end here. As I'm trying to get it done.
Please enter.
Oh, there it is. There we go. We got phone calls. I fixed it. See, that's what happens when you got a crew of 1 at this point. So let's go out to Alex Nunster. Alex, let's see if we can get him on. There we go. There it is. There's the phone calls, I believe. Can you guys hear it? Alex.
I'm sorry, the person you were trying to reach.
He's not there. So there you go. So we do have phone lines at this point. 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. Is Shaq playing today a pitch count? I think there's certainly a possibility. That's an exciting thing. Let's go out to Mr. Alex. Alex, are you there? Alex, are you there? Wow, this is a short or something here. Hold on a sec. Hold on. Alex, are you there? We had phone calls. You just heard me. Hold on a sec. All right. Let's see this again. Let's see. All right. We'll try this again. There it is. Okay. You got to watch. Everything is just like all tightened up and everything. It's crazy. Alex, are you there? Okay. I can't hear anything. I don't know what to do at this point. This is how it's been today. It's been crazy. Everything has been crazy. Let's see if we could try this again. I know you're literally talking. I know. Okay. Hello, Alex.
Yes.
Hey, man, what's going on? Can you hear yourself? There you are. Welcome back to the Evolution. Listen, it's a new computer and just hold on. I know people want to call in here, but Alex, go ahead.
We are in business. Well, first of all, it's the last game of the season. There's a lot on the line today. How can the Bucs pressure Spencer Rattler today, who is starting? There's a lot of rumors going on that it's Derek Carr. It's not Spencer Rattler. I believe is starting today.
Yep.
It's all going to come down is can we keep the foot on the gas pedal like last week? We
Correct.
lost to the Cowboys the way we did. I think that was a vengeance for them. I think they were mad. I think they came in last week red hot, and they did not let go.
Yeah. Are you there?
More pressure on Rattler, like they did in my opinion.
Hold on. Alex, are you there? Wow. Alex, are you there? Okay, we lost
to Mike Evans. Mike's going to get that 1K today.
Okay.
I think Baker's going to throw for another 350 yards. I think it's going to be another 350 day. I'm not trying to underestimate the Saints, which prayers go out to what happened in over there this week with all that, and I'm praying for that community as well. But we'll see what happens today. But also prayers out for Jordan Whitehead. He got into an accident yesterday. Tough loss today on the Bucs defense. But if the Bucs can pick up like they did last week, I think it's going to be a great week. Peter, thank you so much, dude, for everything you have done all season long. We
appreciate
love
it, man.
Bro.
Appreciate you.
I will be calling on the post game, hopefully after a Bucs win.
All right, man. Sounds good. Again, so player of the game for me, and then give me a prediction on the score, unless you already give.
The game is going to go to Mike Evans. Mike, I believe that Baker Mayfield's going to feed Mike those 85 yards. Mike is sitting at, I believe, 915 yards going into this game. I believe he needs 85 yards to get that 1K. So my MVP is going to go to Mike Evans. I believe Baker's going to feed him this game.
Okay.
So we'll see what happens. The score, I believe, is going to be another 35-plus game. So I'm going to say 35 to 14 Bucs over the New Orleans Saints.
Love it, man. Love it. Good stuff, Alex. We'll see you on the post-game edition. All right, let's go out to the phone lines here. What's your name? Where you calling from? You're on the Evolution. Hello?
Hello?
Yes. Hello, you're on the Sports Web.
Hey, who is this, Peter?
It is Peter. Is this Mr. Williams?
You better know it.
Man, it's a different number here.
I'm on my way. I'll see you in a little bit.
Okay. Yes, you haven't. You haven't heard from me and seen from me. It's seen me in a little bit here. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Man, I'm headed down there. I'll call you guys back in a minute.
Right?
All right.
So you're headed down here. Oh, he's headed down here. So we're going to be joined by Mr. Williams at this point, so that's always good. Open phone lines if you want to call up, talk about your Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Who's the player of the game? What's your score prediction? 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. We need this game today. Go Bucs. Absolutely go Bucs. Let's go out to Kenny here. Bucs from South Texas. Prayers. Absolutely. Mike D. Roche. Just clarifying, Bucs lose. They are eliminated from the playoffs. No, that is not correct. Let me go ahead and clarify this. If the Bucs lose today to the Saints, which I don't expect them to do, but if it happens, they would need the Commanders to lose. If the Commanders lose, Bucs lose, then the Bucs would get in. Atlanta wins, they win the NFC South, but the Bucs would still be in the playoffs if the Commanders, I believe, lose today. I believe that's true. Let me just make sure of that. Although it may have been, hold on a sec here. Let's see. Bucs playoff implications, because I may have that incorrect. You may be wrong. I may be wrong about that because the Commanders did win. So let's see here. Let me just see. Let me just make sure. I'm going to make sure I'm not going to say anything that is incorrect here. All right. So, of course, the Falcons are now 8-8. Bucs are 9-7. Let's see. Works win and a LA win, and of course they got the third seed. Loss plus an Atlanta loss. So Atlanta has to lose, not the Commanders. So Atlanta would have to lose. and then the Bucs would still get in. That is the scenario. And now the Rams are 10-6, and they could be resting their starters at this point. So the Bucs could earn that third seed if and they could lose to the Seahawks. So if the Rams lose to the Seahawks, then the Bucs would earn that third seed. Sorry to clarify that. I got lots of things going on in the background at this point. Absolutely correct. So if the Bucs lose, you would hope for Atlanta to lose, and they would play Carolina today. And then, of course, if the Rams lose to Seattle and the Bucs win, they get the third seed. You got all that? Hopefully you do. We'll have a quiz afterwards on the phone line, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. So we'll continue to read these comments, take your questions as lots of things are going on. Get Mr. Williams some of that barbecue. Definitely get some of that barbecue, Mr. Pittsburgh. Good morning, everyone. Good morning to you, Mr. Pittsburgh or Miss Pittsburgh. Thank you very much for tuning in. It looks good up there this morning. We got snow. So you got snow. You're watching on YouTube. We appreciate that, Pittsburgh Steelers fan. So get down here to Florida because, you know, it's nice down here. It's the reason why we live here in the Sunshine State. Perfect temperatures at this point. But, you know, going back to it, Spencer Rattler, of course, starting. No Alvin Kamara, no Derek Carr, no Marshawn Lattimore. And we know that this Saints defense has done a number on Mike Evans. Mike Evans has won some of those matchups versus Lattimore, but now Lattimore is in Washington. So you have to feel good about the Bucs getting him the ball early and often in the game here. Let's see. We'll continue to read these comments, and then we will get out of here. Sorry once again for the late start, but as I said, we had code enforcement that came here early this morning that was trying to get everybody off the sidewalk, everybody out of the area. So we had to wait. We waited. We still hooked up. And they still came over and said, we got to keep it over here. So laptops being messed up. Buy a new laptop. Wi-Fi doesn't work. Improve the plan. Short on the cable wire. Fix the cable wire. There's so many things today, and we've still been able to put on a pretty damn good show, I would have to say. Hypothetically, when Bucs win, who do they face to start the run to Lombardi? I believe it would be the Green Bay Packers if it all works out. But again, it depends on, you know, what happens tonight with, of course, you know, if you're a third seed, I believe it would be the Packers at 6, or it could be the Commanders. Not really sure at this point. LFB says the notorious Kukua right there. Appreciate it. Cam Decker says, or even the Duck on the injured list. No, the Duck is not on the injured list. Loving the snow and cold. Took long enough to get here today in Pittsburgh. You know, I've never seen snow before in my life. In the 46 years of living, I like to see that. But I got to tell you, this sun coming down, you know, it's not too hot. It's not going to warm up my laptop too much here. About 75, 80 degrees. I will take this all day long. It is beautiful out here. It started out about 50, 51 degrees, and now it is warmed up here to about, let me look here. It is about, excuse me, it's not even 70 degrees. It's like 66 degrees right now. Feels like 70, so it's about 66. Perfect. Perfect weather for a football game, a must-win game for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Your thoughts on this Bucs fan? 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. And again, join us live here on the post-game edition, hopefully a victory Sunday night post-game edition live from Raymond James Stadium in collaboration with the J.P. Peterson Show. I'm watching from cold upstate New York. Cam, appreciate the support as always. Rams resting players today. That's what I've said, Christopher. They have an opportunity here. If they lose to the Seahawks, which the Seahawks need to win, right? They need to win to stay in it. There's an opportunity here for the Rams to lose, the Bucs to get that third seed. You get a home playoff game, most likely next week, versus somebody like the Green Bay Packers or the Washington Commanders. We'll see how it works out. Let's go out to Eric. Me too. Cam Decker. Just posted on Bucs Facebook. Godwin question for today's game. He's out for a while. I don't think he's going to be coming back for the postseason, but we'll see. Pretty dramatic injury there with a dislocated ankle. Baker's going to break Brady's touchdown record. He's at 39 touchdowns. Why isn't Baker Mayfield? And by the way, what a disgrace by the Pro Bowl to not recognize, Baker Mayfield. And it just shows you how much the Pro Bowl is a joke when you can't recognize Baker Mayfield as a Pro Bowl quarterback. 39 touchdowns, under the radar player. Who saw that coming? With this offense and how dynamic they are, with Chris Godwin being injured, with Mike Evans being injured for some part of the year, and this team still continues to find ways to put points on the board. And of course, is that Liam Cohen as the offensive coordinator? Absolutely. Schematically, it's completely different from last year's Dave Canales. Absolutely. Is it the running game? Yes, it is, with Bucky Urban and Rashad White, especially Urban as a rookie coming on there. Is it the offensive line? Absolutely, it's the offensive line. But Baker Mayfield, make no mistake about it, with 39 touchdowns, deserves to be a Pro Bowler and deserves to be recognized as one of the top 5, top 3 quarterbacks in the league. Because when that offensive line gives him time and you have the plethora, Leo word, of weapons that you have, he has the opportunity to make some big things happen. And you know what? For me, I'm glad he didn't get into the Pro Bowl, because guess what? He's going to have a chip on his shoulder going forward for this team. And we know how great Baker Mayfield plays when he has a chip on his shoulder. What you're watching right now is the evolution of Sports Talk Television. It's the Sports Web here, live from What the Buck Tailgate. Yes, go Bucs. Absolutely go Bucs. I say Tampa. You say Tampa. They can't hear me. I don't know what they're doing. They're walking around here. Possible Godwin and Evans game on. Let's get ME13 those 85 yards by halftime with the big lead. Rest the guys in the fourth quarter. If you're comfortable with that, absolutely. I say play it out. Of course, you want to avoid injury, but you want to get Mike Evans his, and that's what you're going to hopefully get a chance to do today versus a Saints team that, once again, you have to feel good about, especially with this defense that doesn't have Marshawn Lattimore. All right, Carson Wentz gets a 100-grand bonus if he wins to the Chiefs today. And that's a big game. Lots of big games still in the National Football League. You got to love that. Cincinnati, beating Pittsburgh, taking care of business. They need the Broncos to lose today. There is talk of the Chiefs resting their starters, most likely going to rest Patrick Mahomes because they have nothing, and they had to delay themselves. So the Broncos win at this point. They get the playoff spot over the Cincinnati Bengals, which has been a hell of a story with them being 4-8 and now in contention at 9-8. So Carson Wentz gets a 100-grand bonus if he wins for the Chiefs today. The Pro Bowl is a flag football anyways. It is lame. Absolutely. Baker's the biggest snub in Pro Bowl this year. Yeah, he is. I mean, that's okay. Baker plays better when he has a chip on his shoulder. So that's all good. Let's see here. Noah Garcia. What is the status of the Bucs tight end situation? Cade Otton is going to be out of this game. I see Payne Durham. Looks like he's going to play. And then, of course, Devin Culp, who was huge for this team last week. So we'll see if they can get him more involved in the passing game. But you can see the reason why you draft him in the later rounds, that he has that potential. Please, 7th-round pick out of Washington, right? I mean, can he block at the point of attack? Well, you definitely get open. He definitely can catch consistently. If he can do that, he definitely has a place on this offense going forward. How you doing? Were you looking for a donation? Okay. Well, you going to get on camera? Or are you going to get on the side of the camera there? You going to get on that mic? Go ahead. Sit down. You got to sit down now. You're asking for a donation. What are you? So what's your name?
My name's Josiah.
Josiah. Okay. And what team are you trying to get donations for?
For Mama Quentin, because we all
Need
need $100.
$100?
Yes, because it's worth it too. It's like all the way to $100.
Oh, okay. And what position do you play in football? Yeah. Okay. How long you played football for? 10 years. How old are you? You played for 10 years? You know what, you can play for 10 years if you're 8.
I'm turning 9 December the 22nd.
Okay. So you need a donation. All right. So I got to donate right now. Let me see what I got here. Let me see if I got something. No, that's fake. You can take those though if you want. They were throwing them out before. All right. So there you go. There's your donation right there. You got to do me a favor, though, okay? This is really important, Josiah, right? You got to say you've been on the sports web. You've been on the sports web. And you got to say 3 things. Bring your passion. Bring your excitement. Just don't bring any nonsense. There you go. All right. That's why you got a donation, my friend. Good luck to you. Keep on doing what you're doing, my friend. Awesome stuff there. So, yeah, the status, Kate Otten is going to be out of this game. Josiah, I appreciate your time here on the Evolution. All right, my friend? Okay. And here's a card, too. Hey, how you doing? What's going on? There's a card right there, okay? Tell your friends. And you can see yourself. If you download that link right there on YouTube, you can see yourself. All right. See ya. All right, let's go on to this guy right here. Mr. Kennedy himself, best of the Bay. I don't have his sound effect. I don't know why the sound effects are not working today. It's probably the only thing that's not worked today besides, I don't know, the phone line there for a minute. Mr. Ray Kennedy, what's going on, buddy? How do you see this game today? Hopefully you're healthy. You can get back here next week.
Oh yeah, I'm working toward it, buddy. But I was going to say too, Josiah, he's the kid that was out there when we were out there for the Raiders game a few weeks back.
Correct.
He's a good kid.
Yes.
The game today, if it was the middle of the season and we were still, trying to get through, we were in a muddled division, I'd be like, all right, let's just have a get right game. Let's just have a game. And it doesn't have to be a get right game, but what I need to see is a clean game. I need to see, clean special teams, lack of penalties, guys in and out. And boy, you spoke with Devin Culp. We saw Devin Culp there last week. I didn't realize how built and fast like a receiver this tight end was.
Yeah.
And the fact that you put him at the tight end position, and I think they even moved him out to the slot at one point last week. And I'm like, wow, just multifaceted offense. But the big question for me is what quarter, or is there any doubt that Mike's going to get that $3 million bonus by getting those 5 catches and those 83 yards to get that 11th 1,000-yard season, brother?
Well, yeah, and that's what everybody's watching today. What does he need? 85 yards to get it? Is it 85 or 84? I think it's 85, right?
I thought it was like 82, but we can round to 85. It could be either or, but I know that I saw this week that.
Hey, how you doing? What's going on?
How you doing?
I'm doing great. We're live here. Hold on, Ray Kennedy.
I got you.
We're live. What's your name? You're on the sports web. Yeah, you love sports. You love the Bucs. How long you been a Bucs fan for?
I've been a Bucs fan since I was born because I was born here.
Okay, that's good. That's good. What's your confidence level today in beating the Saints? You're gonna beat the Saints?
All the way. We're going to the playoffs.
She said, "Baby, they're gonna beat the Saints. They're going to the playoffs all the way." Who's the player of the game in your opinion?
What's the player of the game today, guys? Come on.
I don't know. Mike Evans, Baker Mayfield. Okay. All right. You do me a favor. Get your crowd in the back there. I want you to do one thing for me. I'm going to say Tampa. You say Bay.
We got to.
Ready? Tampa! 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 All right, there you go, guys. Appreciate it. Like and subscribe. Go friend me on Facebook at Peter H. Blake and like and subscribe the Sports Web on YouTube. Appreciate you. Go Bucs. As always, that's what you get here on What the Buck Tailgate here live on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television as we're less than an hour away from Bucs versus the Saints, a must-win game for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to win their 4th consecutive NFC South title. You've got to love that. And I guess we went dead there. So hold on a sec. That is me right there, but let's go back out to there. There it is. Okay, here we go. See, it's live television. All right, let's go out to Ray Kennedy. Ray, you there?
I'm here, brother.
Okay, go ahead and turn your volume up just a little bit, or it might be on my end, but I don't think so. Go ahead.
No, I think it's on your end, but you were asking about a player of the game, and I'll tell you somebody I've seen progressing throughout this season, but especially as of these last month or so, Logan Hall, Sac Avenue out of Houston, boy, at the defensive line. You got Kalijah, you got Vita. I definitely think that you're going to see everyone come out starters, and we're going to go full bore, full bore. But At the end of the day, I want to see him start not resting people, but I want to see him rotating people in and out, saving people. And then especially maybe even if we have a chance to start kind of getting some live fire for some of those guys we're going to have to depend on in the secondary.
Put those headphones, stand by here, Ray. Put those headphones on here. We got another fan coming over here. Put those cans on. Get into that mic just a little bit. Sir, what's your name? You're on
Call me Prime Buck.
Prime Buck. All right, Prime Buck here on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television live here on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, a part of the J.P. Peterson Show, and again, the Evolution of Sports Talk Television. How do you feel about this game today, Prime Buck? Bucs versus the Saints, a must-win game by your Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
And I'll be here next week.
Be here next week. I love it. I love that attitude. And who's your player of the game?
Wow, that's a good question. It's got to be Mike Evans today.
Yeah.
Got to be Mike Evans. Too much incentive for him not to be player of the game. I think Baker's going to feed him all day long, and hoping for that.
Absolutely. What's your score prediction here? And by the way, how long you been a Tampa Bay Buccaneer fan?
Since 2016, season ticket holder since then. So,
love it.
I'm from St. Louis, so got a little bit of a rough go.
Okay.
Growing up there. Cardinals fan.
Okay.
I'm that old.
Well, that's okay.
Rams fan.
Okay.
Then they left.
They beat the Bucs in the 99 NFC Championship game.
I was rooting for the Rams back then. I apologize for
Greatest show on turf. Yes, yes.
And now here we are.
Okay. All right, my friend. Well, tell them out there you've been on the Sports Web. And again, remember, like and subscribe to the Sports Web on YouTube.
Do it.
Yes. Say three things. Do me a favor. Bring your passion. Bring your excitement. Just don't bring any nonsense.
Absolutely. Bucs going to take it today. 4 in a row. Let's do this.
Yes.
Go Bucs.
Go Bucs.
I'll see you next week.
I'll see you next week, my friend. Appreciate you, Prime Buck. As always, thanks for coming on here. The Evolution of Sports Talk Television. That is what you got. How you doing? Welcome to the Evolution. I'm your Rolex reporter, Peter Blake. Open phone lines. We're talking with Ray Kennedy, and then we'll get out of here because we got to pack up because I got to get to the press box here. Hopefully this show didn't go off the rails. I know we had some tech issues there for a little bit, but we handled it. That's what we do here on the Sports Web. Go ahead, Tampa Bay Ray Kennedy. Tampa Bay Ray Kennedy, are you there? He's not there. So let's call him back. Let's get his thoughts, and then we'll end off on that. All right. There we go. We got phone lines. It's amazing how that works, right? Love that. All right. Well, we can't get a hold of him.
Ray Kennedy.
So that's Ray Kennedy. That's his thoughts there. Sorry about that. When we get fans on, we want to definitely get them on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television. Really quick open phone line, 727-255-0391 at 727-255-0391 from What the Buck Tailgate. I'm your host, Peter Blake. Once again here, getting you ready for Bucs versus the Saints. Mr. Scott Bradford of Bucs Life, man. I love you. Brother, I got to get some of this barbecue, but I've been trying to give them, you know, their fill, if you will, of the Sports Web. We lost the laptop. We got a new laptop. I call her Doomsday, or I call it Doomsday because it's killing it right now.
Heck yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And so so we had code enforcement before, and I was trying to explain to people that's the reason why I was so late, because I wasn't even sure if we were going to do a show today with code enforcement coming up.
We'll do your show, but we'll have to put you inside the tailgate. We'll put you over in the corner where your music's not interfering with you.
Yeah, well, I kind of like it here. So hopefully code enforcement doesn't kick us out next week, because I have a feeling we'll be back next week again. This is Scott Bradford of Bucs Life. Hooked me up with Wicked Oak Barbecue, which I got it on the ground there. I'm about to chow down here and end this show, get into the press box, have my 3 or 4 daily plates. How do you feel about this game today, my friend?
Real simple. Score early, put on the points, and then that way in the fourth quarter we can have the backups in.
Yeah.
And then coast from there. But don't screw around. Score early. Period.
Yes. Any concern about Spencer Rattler, another backup quarterback, or a rookie?
There shouldn't be. Look what the Raiders did to him.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay, baby.
Yeah, there you go. Love that. You got to love that. See that? Love it. Right there. Here you go. Right there. There's my card. Yeah, well, you were on. You were definitely on. Yes. Okay. Thank you very much.
Just look what the Raiders did to them, and that's all you have to do.
Uh-huh.
If we can't do what the Raiders did, then we don't belong in the playoffs.
I thought she was going to kiss me there. She was looking to try to get...
She could have. Hey, I would have taken over for you while she kissed you.
That's all right. I need somebody to take over me. Yes.
Peter Blake in the house.
What's going on, buddy?
What's going on, brother?
How you doing?
No, we came here to get this dub.
Okay.
Get into the playoffs.
Okay.
And handle business.
All right, my
That's
friend.
what we're going to do.
All right. Sounds good. Let's do it. Let's do it, man.
Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Everything you do.
Appreciate you, man.
Go Bucs.
Yes, go Bucs. Absolutely. I love this because I'm in my element. No matter what happens, I love the Bucs fans coming down, and it's so funny because I met Nissan Taylor the other day, and I'm out at 2:30 in the morning in a Wawa charging up, going out to Uber, and this guy goes, "Yo, stop!" And his girl was walking by, and the girl goes, "Hey, that homeboy wants you to stop," and I guess it was her. And he's like, "You're Peter Blake." And I'm like, that's just so cool to me. That's the reason why I do this in the first
And
place.
one of those cool is I had to go pick up something for the tailgate at Home Depot over there.
Right.
And Fred Goods was working.
Yes.
And I'm walking by, he's like, "You look familiar."
Yes.
And I'm like, "Who am I?" He's like, "Wait a minute, I know who you are. You're Scott the Bucs Life Roof." I'm like,
Yes.
I am.
Yes.
He's like, "I'm Fred." I'm like, "Oh my God, this is crazy."
Fred does great work, and we got to get him on the show. He does tremendous work for Bucs Nation and the Bucs community. I just love that. I love our little Facebook community, people coming by, and I want to continue to do this next year, man, because it's been fun. We got to get Ray Kennedy and Harry the Greek out here, but they're both sick right now.
Look at me. I'm part of this.
Yes.
As I'm part of this, you're always welcome here.
All right. Sounds good, Scott Bradford.
That.
Yes.
Hey, you're in the Bucs Life family as far as I'm concerned.
Absolutely, brother.
You know you are.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you. All right, score prediction today.
Score prediction, it better be 35-10.
35-10. Okay.
With the way this offense of the Saints looks,
yes,
it shouldn't be anything. They shouldn't score more than 10.
Agree.
Really.
Agree. All right, my friend, we're gonna go out to the phone lines here. Scott Bradford.
Love y'all.
Yeah, absolutely. Scott Bradford of Bucs Life here, live from What the Buck. Let's go out to Frankie from Wisconsin. We'll end it there. 5 minutes. We got 5 minutes. We'll end it off there with this call. Frankie, go ahead. Welcome to the Evolution.
Are you ready for playoff football? Because it's happening.
I'm ready. I think it's been playoff football here for the last month and a half. I mean, the Bucs have had to win.
Dude, I'm predicting a win. I'm predicting a Carolina win. I can't believe I'm saying I'm rooting for the Panthers, but dear God.
Yep.
Anyway, I literally sat there and mapped this out. Do you realize that the Buccaneers could actually be in the Super Bowl, guys? Like they're going to be in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they got the offense to do it. I mean, they're an inconsistent team, but they're a scary team that a lot of other teams don't want to play, right? You don't want to play. You feel good about going into Detroit if you have to go into Detroit. Who knows if Detroit loses?
I'm not worried about Detroit.
Right.
I am not worried about Detroit. I'll tell you the wild card that I'm afraid of is Washington.
Right. Well, Washington with their rookie quarterback. Well,
be real.
It's a rookie quarterback. They've definitely played well, but they've had their moments. And again, you look at the teams in the NFC, Philadelphia, Detroit. What do the Bucs have in common with those teams? They beat them both. That's what they have in common. So there you go.
But now we got the big question mark, and it's just like unfortunate with what happened to Jordan Whitehead.
Right.
But now we're out Winfield, Whitehead, and Eisen. So
Etienne, yes.
Where does that leave it?
Right.
What's that?
Etienne, yes, and you're exactly right. Whitehead came out of nowhere with the car accident, Frankie. So
like that's just that's heartbreaking.
Give me a player of the game. Give me a player of the game and give me a score prediction, and we got to wrap this up, okay?
All right, I'm going with the player of the game is Mike Evans. He's gonna hit 1,000 again.
Okay.
And I think it's gonna be close because that's just how we seem to do it when it's like we need the win. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking it's going to be 27-24.
All right, so it's going to be a close game today. So you say 27-24 Bucs over the Saints, right?
Yes. Player of the game is going to be Mike Evans. He's going to get that 1,000.
Okay. All right, my friend. I appreciate the call. As always, we'll see you on the post-game edition, all right?
All righty.
All right, we'll read the rest of these comments, and then we will get out of here for the day. Again, thanks a lot for tuning in. As always, your support means so much, even with, things like laptops getting wet, not being on for a week. You guys stick with me, and I just really appreciate that. I do. All right. So Baker lives with a chip on his shoulder, so who wouldn't after the Browns did what they did to him? Baker's all-time best quarterback absolutely has an opportunity. Hi, Peter. Have fun. Hope everyone is kind to you. Thank you very much, Gloria, all the way from the UK. Got to love that. Let's go out to Robert. We are going to the playoffs. Bucs Nation, love it. Let's go out to Christopher Cole. JD isn't a Pro Bowler. Peter, can we play hot or not with the people behind you? Let's not. Good show, Pete. Thank you, Cam. Appreciate you. Peter, donate the Tesla keys. We are not doing that at all, Cam. That's nonsense. Pulling Mr. Beast. Johnny Dean, magic number for the day is 85 for Mike Evans. Can he get it? I definitely think he can. Peter, Mr. Least, if he donated the fake money. Good stuff. Thank you, Joe. Appreciate you, Megan. Oh, look at the little man. Yeah, I love the kids. The Sports Web loves the kids here, especially to donate to a great cause. That's what the Buck Tailgate is all about, donating to a great cause here. Beat the Taint, says Joe. Thank you very much for tuning in. Peter, LFG, let's go, Bucks. Love you, brother. Love you. Love the support here. Bucks Nation. Buckin, go Bucks. Absolutely. And Cam Decker, let's go Bucks. So your score prediction for the day. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers take care of business over the New Orleans Saints. The player of the game is Mike Evans. The score, 38-13. Tampa Bay earns their 4th consecutive NFC South title. I told you it was going to happen. You listen to me. Media, national media will downgrade this team. You know what? Let's go out to the phone lines. We'll take one more call. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Man, I'm calling with Tim.
Mr. Williams, where you at?
Where's Harry?
He's not here, man. He's sick.
All right.
So.
Yeah, I am too. I'm sick of being hungry without my weight.
Well, brother.
It's been 3 years, man.
Brother, we're going to work on that. I trust me. In 2025, we'll get you some wings, okay?
Hey, you in the same spot, right?
I am in the same spot, but buddy, I'm ready to wrap this thing up right now. So I gotta get out of here. I gotta get to the press box. So I will definitely have to meet you sometime, Mr. Williams.
Yes, sir.
All right. I appreciate you as always. So as I was talking about it, 38-13, Tampa Bay over the New Orleans Saints to earn their 4th consecutive NFC South title. Mike Evans is the player of the game. Baker Mayfield in this offense continues to shine. No Marshawn Lattimore. Thanks to all the guests, as always. Thanks a lot, all to the phone calls there. Like and subscribe to the Sports Web on YouTube. Friend me on Facebook at Peter H. Blake. And do 3 things. Bucs fans, as you know them, you love them, you got to have them. Join us on the post-game show live in collaboration with the JP Peterson Show on the field. Bring your passion. Bring your excitement. Just don't bring any nonsense. I'm your host, Peter Blake, your Rolex reporter. What time is it? It's my time. And for you, Bucs fans, for you, Sports Web fans, for you, the Tampa Bay sports fan, it's your time. We'll see you next time on the evolution of Sports Talk Television. As always, go Bucs.